She was trying to evaluate the power of her pussy, and she found out that her pussy is really not that powerful.
Cardi went on like a rampage basically on her live, and she was talking about her baby father, about to be her ex-husband.
Pieces of it.
Right, because they're going through a divorce. Allegedly, he cheated on her for like the 18th time, I guess. So she, I guess, is fed up this go round because he is dating multiple women and trying to, I guess, make her look bad. So she responded back with, "You're mad that I caught you cheating, but you never caught me cheating." That was something she did tweet. The back and forth that's been happening with the two of them, I mean, every marriage has their issues. Everybody has their problems. I just feel as though it shouldn't have been brought to social media. I know they are public figures. I get all that. We didn't have to know the private conversations that they have had or the things that have been done in the dark. We don't need to know all that. I feel as though she should have bowed out gracefully. She should have had a better come up. She should have let the tabloids say what they wanted to say. She should have let him speak how he wanted to speak and just ignored it and been focused on her and her kids. The best revenge is success. She would have basically seen like, look, you got all that stuff going on, but I'm still doing better than you.
And if it's Cardi B versus Offset, I think Offset is winning because of all the things that Cardi throwing out there, talking about, I cheated too, but I didn't get caught.
Right.
First of all, that's not really a flex. It's disgusting that she fucked somebody while she was pregnant. Like,
disrespectful.
what type of get back did you get? Did you fuck him raw? Did he come inside you? Did you oral, whatever? Did he come in your mouth and like you swallowed it and now my baby tasting that shit? Like, it's so many things that just disgusting. If she did that shit on him while she wasn't pregnant, I wouldn't have anything to say.
I definitely agree with that. I feel as though she shouldn't have been disrespectful on that level. I mean, okay, you're hurt. We are well aware that you're hurt, and that's fine. There's just certain things you just don't have to do when you're hurt. We've all been hurt before and have done stupid things because we were hurt. But I'm just saying, because you have a daughter, they're looking at what y'all currently are doing.
I tell you what, some poo-put shit that Offset did was like the post on X. He is posting mad dumbass shit on X. And if Cardi just would have went to Paris, didn't respond, continued to do what she do, it would have made her look more mature. It would have made her look more elegant. So why would you even say some shit like that? You can just tell by like her mannerisms, her tone of voice. So she's hurt. Like, it's obvious. So if you was in like polyamorous relationship when you was fucking with him originally, then all of a sudden you try to switch to like something more monogamous, whose fault is that?
If that was the case, then she should have left. Don't have children with people like this. And I'm gonna say why. If someone is not willing to work with you when you're changing, they're not willing to work with you overall.
Come on, babe. Like,
no,
you gotta get what I'm saying. Like, listen, they were one way. They met each other like that. She broke whatever union that they originally had. She probably gained a conscience because he's a mom and stuff like that. Like, I get that. Like, you can change all you want. Like, I'm not faulting her for changing, but you can't come at him for not changing with you.
So then why stay with him if he's not willing to take her change?
Okay, he married her, so obviously he loved her, but he just still doing what he doing.
Yeah, but that's on false presumption.
No, it's not on false.
Because
he was doing the shit together with one another. I can see if they was purely monogamous.
But what if the agreement was, we're getting married and I want it to be me and you?
I'm sure that wasn't the agreement.
Well, we don't know.
Sure,
we're not in that relationship.
Like,
so I can't speak for them. People do 100% change, including when you become a parent. You're on a different plateau. When you don't have children, there's no care in the world. You could die tomorrow and who cares? So if she did have a conscience and she's like, listen, I'm a mom now. There's things I don't want my daughters to be doing. I know I came from that, but that's not the way I want to go. I want to kind of stick to like the family. I didn't have a family upbringing like that. I want to keep my family together. I don't want to play this game anymore. If that was the conversation and he still was bluntly like, well, I don't like that change and this is what I want to do, there's no point of trying to grow with that person. That person is on a different page than you.
I think that women put pussy on a pedestal more than men do.
What is
I'm about to explain.
Wait, what?
All the women in the world that he fucked or whatever, he chose to a baby in you, marry you, to have babies with you, to do all these things. What does it matter if he fucking other chicks? It doesn't matter at that point. As long as he's not supporting them like he's supporting you, as long as he's not putting a baby in those other girls, what does it matter? It doesn't.
Coming from a man's point of view, there's no justification. And men would say there is a justification because, you were doing this and this is what you were. Men would say that because you guys think with your penis, you don't think with your head. You just don't. Emotionally, you guys are detached and women are more attached to themselves emotionally. That's just what it is. So even if there was a understanding prior to, this goes back to what I originally said. If she changed for the better because of her family and she wanted to be a different person and that was not accepted, she should not have stayed. If a person is not willing to grow with you, they're not willing to grow with you. Just what it is. She has kids.
How is that changing for the better?
If you're trying to get a better family and you're not trying to be the typical, stereotypical black family, which is always broken and you do all this extra stuff.
It's not breaking.
It is. If she wants
broke the family. She was doing this originally, so she all of a sudden changed up.
You have a right to change, including if it's for your children.
And you got a right to stay the same.
And that's fine. And I said that originally. What I said was she should have left him. I originally said that. You have to find somebody that's willing to work with you with change. If a man is not willing to work with you with change, go. Because if you want to be a better person and that person does not want you to be better, that falls on them. That has nothing to do with you. If they want you to stay in the same stagnant situation where you were 20 years old, that is them. That has nothing to do with you.
What she did expanded her career. It expanded her family.
Okay.
It got her the ring.
If you're just married because of a fantasy of being with multiple women, then there's no reason to marry. Because you can have multiple women without getting married.
It doesn't matter if he's fucking another woman.
No, because your point of view is it doesn't matter. As long as he's taking care of home, even if she's hurt, even if she's upset, she should take it. And I think that is very disrespectful.
But why are you hurting? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
because she don't want it no more. So if she don't want it, she don't want it.
So like, women say that they don't want this, they don't want that. And then as soon as a man changes, then all of a sudden they want it again. A lot of women do so much in their power to change a man. And once the man changes, then they're like, oh, I don't recognize this person no more. Then they fucking leave him.
That's how Lamont's world is, but that's not how it is. You don't know every woman in the world. You have the women that you have dealt with in your life. You don't know any or every single woman in the world. And for you to put a blank statement out there like, this is how women are, that is being ignorant.
You just said, right, that most men think with their penises. Well,
yes, they don't think logically.
Okay. So you put all men in the same bracket.
I didn't say all. Yes, I said most.
Most women don't really know what they want. They get with a man, everything is cool. Mm-hmm. Then they start finding pet peeves. And the pet peeves that they find, they want to change it. And once they change it, the man is not who he used to be. And then they don't like it no more. Then they cheat on the man with the same type of nigga that the man used to be. Like, it's so crazy how it goes.
But that's how your mentality is, and that's how it is.
That's the way it is.
In your head. I don't believe that 100%. As a woman, knowing if somebody is not going to grow with my change for the better, then I don't need to be with them. Period.
I feel like everybody changes in a relationship. You're supposed to grow together.
That's a contradiction.
But sometimes, no, it's not. Sometimes you don't grow together. So what you do when the time that you don't grow?
You're not meant to be with that person. That's like someone stunting your growth because you're successful. If I'm a person and I want to be better, meaning I don't want to continue to do the things when I was younger. It says when you were a child, you did childish things. As you're an adult, you become an adult. So there's certain things I may have decided, you know what, this is not what I want to do anymore because I'm not a child anymore. So if that's the case and you want to grow and become better, you should have a spouse that supports it. If they don't support it, they are not for you. If they want to remain where they are, leave them where they are. There's nothing wrong with that. That person is just not your person. Because again, people want you to stay where they are because they can relate. If they cannot relate to you, they don't want you to grow. And that is just what it is. We can pretend like it doesn't exist and oh, she was wrong because she drastically changed. She wanted to change for better. There's nothing wrong, ladies and fellas, if you want to change and be better. And if you have somebody who does not want you to change with them and they want you to do the same old stuff you did when you were young, then you need to reevaluate. That's just what it is. Because at the end of the day, either that person is going to grow with you or they're going to stay stagnant. And if they stay stagnant, that's cool. There's more than enough men and women out here that want to remain stagnant. They want to do the same thing they did when they were 5, 10, 16, 20, whatever. That's cool. They're meant for each other. But some people do not want to remain in the same boat. It's just what it is. People need to understand there's nothing wrong with growing and changing, but you got to find the right person that's willing to want to grow and change with you.
So if Offset wanted to grow into some more pussy, shouldn't Cardi B grow?
Yeah, he can do whatever he wants to do.
It's supposed to be God, your husband, you.
You can't put God in it.
They have multiple wives.
If you're talking about being in a marriage, you cannot throw that in there. That's on like.
I'm just saying, like when it comes to covering, you're supposed to follow your husband, right? So if you guys was doing it, it's not like there's some new shit that's happening. Cardi B switched up, not Offset. Right. She was trying to evaluate the power of a pussy, and she found out that a pussy is really not that powerful.